welcome to yoga here today at Preston County Animal Shelter. I have my new friend Cali here with me today. Such a beautiful day to be outside. And she looks stunning in teal, like it really is her color, so I'm glad I wore this shirt again today. Cali here is about 2 years old. She's a hound mix, and she is, as you can see, super sweet. She's looking for people right now. They came and brought her up here, so that's what she's eyeing. They're down there in the truck. And she's a real good girl. Very gentle. Likes to give kisses, apparently. And she's not a huge fan of these treats that I brought with me today. We'll see. We'll see if she likes to do some yoga. So, let's get started in a comfortable seat. So allowing yourself to sit nice and tall, maybe rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Maybe take a few little head tilts here from side to side. Then as you're ready, we'll go ahead and just sit nice and tall. Softly close the eyes or gaze at the front of your mat. And just imagine that you're following your breath up and down the length of your spine. So from the base of the spine, your seat all the way up to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, imagine it's coming down from the crown of the head all the way to the base of the spine. Just following this pattern, and perhaps slowing and deepening the breath. Bringing awareness as you expand through the ribs, the belly, the back body. Expanding in all directions as you breathe in. And as you exhale, just slowly allowing everything to come back in towards center. From here, I invite you to bring to mind someone, something in your life that you'd like to dedicate this practice to. Could be a person, could be an animal, could be a cause. Whatever feels near and dear to your heart. Picture it clearly in your mind as you breathe all the way in. And slow exhale. Release. Okay. From here, let's start to add some movement into our body. So let's go ahead and come into a tabletop position, finding some cat-cows. So just warming up the spine, lifting tailbone, arching through the back, pulling heart forward, lifting gaze. Exhale, round through the back as you press the mat away, release the crown of the head down. Inhale, shoulder blades come together on the back. Exhale, feel them spread as the chin comes in towards the chest. Continue these movements, adding on anything additional that you might like. Adding on any little puppy pets. Such a beautiful young girl. She has this cute little white tip on her tail. Yes, hang on. Once you take those little movements, let's see how out the legs. Maybe roll back and forth on your back if you're taking Callie's version. And then let's go ahead and come back down tabletop. Good. Let's come to a child's pose. So releasing the chest on top of the thighs, reaching those arms overhead, forehead comes down towards the mat. Smooth breath in. Slow breath out. We'll go ahead, we'll rise back up, tabletop. Let's do a little core work here. So go ahead, let's extend those right toes behind us. Allow them to be tucked. Press through the sole of that foot. Feel the stretch in the calf. And start pulling that right hip back. Leveling out the hips. Maybe this is enough of a stretch, enough action for you. If you do want to add on a little extra core, you can hover that left knee up off the mat. Breath in. Breath out. Good. We'll release left knee if it's lifted and go ahead, bring right knee in. Go ahead, wiggle it out. As you're ready, we'll switch it out. Left toes behind you, allow them to be tucked. Feel a stretch through the back of that left leg. Good. Maybe slide it forward and back. So you want that core work. Go ahead, hover that right knee up. Breathing in. Breathing out, really actively pressing those hands away from your mat as you dome through the upper back if you're choosing that leg lifted version. Then we'll release right knee down, bring that left knee in. Good, go ahead, wiggle it out. From here, let's come into a puppy pose variation. So tucking the toes, keeping the hips stacked over the knees, start to walk those hands overhead. Release the chest. Lengthening through the armpits, maybe lifting gaze towards the top of your mat if it feels good in your nose. Smooth breath in. Slow breath out. Good. Inhale, start to rise back up. We'll bring those hands back under the shoulders. Go ahead, find that cow belly, arching through that mat. Exhale, nice rounded cat back. Beautiful. Come back here through neutral. From here, let's come to a little fun hip stuff. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see me a little bit better. So go ahead and let's extend that right foot out beside you. From here, releasing that right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, release that right shoulder down onto your mat. Release that right ear. If you find that this variation does not feel good in your hip, you can always bring that back in and take this through tabletop instead. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. We'll go ahead, we'll rise back up to our thread the needle. Exhale, release that right hand down onto our mat. Good. From here, strong core as you start to pull the chest back over the hips. Let's bring right arm on top of that thigh. Reach left fingertips up towards the sky. Draw that left shoulder blade down the back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, find a little side bend here. Gazing up under that left arm. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, bring both arms overhead. Exhale, release that left hand under the left shoulder. Right hand can stay extended up if it needs a little break or you want to see where your body is in space, bring it onto that hip. You can stay here or lift that right leg up behind you. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release that right foot back down. From here, we'll come back into that side bend stretch. Inhale, sweep left arm up. Go ahead, come back through center. Exhale, melt it down. If you want to, add a cat-cow here. It's a fun variation. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round through the spine. Good. Bring it back through neutral. We'll switch it out. Right knee comes underneath. You can extend that left leg out. Good. Adding on with a twist. Extend that left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread left arm under right. Release that left ear down onto the mat. Press through that right hand, feeling that heart open towards the sidewall. Breath in. Breath in. If you feel any constriction in your neck here, wiggle that ear forward. Give yourself more space. Good. We'll go ahead and come back out of this, slowly rising. Good. Exhale, release that left hand from here. Strong core as you bring the ribs back over the hips. Good. Left hand on top of that thigh. Bring the right fingertips up, bicep by the ears. Inhale, find length. Exhale, keep heart lifted as you find your little side body stretch. So you're not just dumping into it, you're still using your strength here. Keeping our form. Breath in. Breath out. Good. We'll go ahead. We'll bring both hands up towards the sky. Then release right hand under right shoulder. And again, left hand can stay stretching up or bring it towards the hip if you want to see where your body is in space. You can stay here in this beautiful version, or option to float that back leg if you're feeling it, keeping those toes pointed towards me. Breath in. Breath out. Good. We'll release that left foot back down. Come back into that side body stretch. Then we'll go ahead, we'll come back through center. Exhale, release. Take a cat-cow if you want it. And come back through center and wiggle it out. Good. Let's go ahead and make our way onto our backs. Check back in with Cali here. Hey girl. We found a little spot of dirt over here that she's laying on. From here, maybe you bring the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to drop out, and place one hand on the heart and one hand on the back. Smooth breath in. Slow breath out. If you need some lengthening in that low back, you can kind of pull that tailbone down towards your heels here as you allow the lower vertebrae to come into connection with your neck. Go ahead, bring those knees up to close, and let's take a little back bend with a bridge pose. So walking those heels up under the knees, fingertips stretch towards the heels. Go ahead, wiggle those shoulder blades underneath of you, ground down through your feet as you lift the hips up towards the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. Smooth breath in. Slow breath out. Slowly lower back down, walk those feet towards the wide edges of your mat and really shoulder to ground. Go ahead and come back to center here. Start to come into a little reclined twist. So go ahead, bring those knees up parallel with your mat. Bring those arms out beside you. Exhale, allow the knees to fall over towards the right. Bring your gaze behind you towards the left fingertip. Breath in. Breath out. Bring the gaze back up. Lift the knees up through center. Exhale, allow them to fall over towards that beautiful side. Maybe gaze behind you towards the right fingertips. Go ahead, we'll hug the knees in towards the chest, wrap the arms around the shins, squeeze everything in towards center. And then go ahead, expand. Find your Shavasana. Maybe legs are extended outwards, maybe shoulders are drawn in. Lifting the heart, like a little break. Just allow yourself a few moments to be. Maybe you stretch those arms overhead, stretch the feet forward. And as you're ready, roll over onto your right side. A little elbow can be a pillow for your head. Go ahead, whenever you're ready, start to rise up and find a comfortable seat. Hands can be at heart center. Eyes softly closed. Thank you so much for coming out and joining Cali and I in practice today for a little short yoga flow. And remember, you could save a life, a beautiful life, by rescuing from Preston County Animal Shelter here in Kingwood, West Virginia. So please reach out to them, get an adoption application. And come visit with this girl, or come check out all the other beautiful animals that they have as well. Okay, thank you so much.